established, it was designed to build the highest priority at that time, our interstate highway system. It was structured based on the simple principle that first you map out and define a detailed plan, then you come up with a cost to complete that plan, and then you build a user-based financing structure to complete the task. Problem is, over time, that type of thinking has become almost unrecognizable in a lot of our transportation decisions today. So if we're going to be successful rebuilding that public trust, putting the Highway Trust Fund back on track, we need to put it back on a sustainable course and deliver on the economic promise of sound infrastructure investment. Again, prioritize, telling the public exactly what we're going to be investing in, why their dollars need to go there first, why it's a top economic priority.
The opportunity to influence what I think is the single most important under the radar issue. And you have a chance to make it over the radar. We have 113 days before the MAP 21 legislation expires. We have yet to hold a single hearing in the Ways and Means Committee on transportation finance. None. Zero. Nada. But if you care about putting America to work, revitalizing our economy, and actually being able to bring people together, this is your time. This is your time. And it's sadly not going to make any difference what happens with Barbara Boxer or with Bill Schuster unless Senate Finance and House Ways and Means does their job, which is the finance type. That's not T&I, that's not Environment and Public Works, that's Senate Finance, that's Ways and Means. I hope that you will add your voices to those who think maybe it's time to pull this out of the closet, to be able to do something that has happened in this country throughout our history. That is, infrastructure has brought people together.
My goal to have a service bill this year, but we need to prepare that if we don't, it slips. Be it an election year, things happen, or don't happen, I should say. And so we think we found a patch to patch it for $12 billion, which will take us into through next May. So we'll have that certainty at least for another year that the money's coming, the money's flowing, and give us the time, give the committee a time, the Congress a time to craft a long-term bill and figure out a long-term funding solution. And when I say give us the time, it's you folks too in this room. I need to be on board and help us not only get the patch passed through Congress, but to also help us craft and move a long-term bill, talking to members of Congress, talking to the folks back home, making sure that they understand how important it is to not let the trust fund go broke. These projects that the shortfall that's coming this summer, it'll have tremendous negative effects across this country. So it's absolutely essential that we figure out this short-term solution and give us some more time to be able to craft a piece of legislation that will be positive for America. And as I said, we need your help, members of Congress.
We've had 27 mandates in our infrastructure system just over the last 5 years. 18 continuing resolutions and 9 extensions. And having been a mayor, I know what that means. It means that when you are having to make a decision about whether to spend tens of millions of dollars planning a project, that you get a little shakier in the knees when you don't know whether the federal government is going to come behind and support that investment. The uncertainty is choking off our ability to address our infrastructure challenges as we need to. And so the Grow America Act comes into play. $302 billion over 4 years. Increasing the investment over that 4-year period by almost $90 billion and on an annual basis, increasing the annual output of infrastructure investment. Now, why do we do that, and why is that so important? Because we're 10 years out from the last 6-year reauthorization bill. As I said, we've had 27 Band-Aids just in the last 5 years. Our transportation system just doesn't need another patch. It needs to actually be fixed, and we need to be able to move this country into the future boldly, assertively, aggressively, just like every generation of Americans have done.